Vamos começar aqui. História normal, difícil, pesadelo.
Back to the beginning, with the memory of the past loop already fading fast. But while it lingers, I know there's hope. We're not doomed to repeat our failures in an eternal loop. This is a spiral. A fictional poet once said, "Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. I will not settle for a shadow. I'll find the miracle through the night." It's not just victims and monsters. I see now there are heroes as well. We can find our way through the darkness. We will break through the surface. We will emerge into the light.
Tô testando umas paradas aqui novas.
Got you.
Alan Wake 2.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Vamos ver como é que vai rodar nessa parte.
Time to get to work.
Tive umas coisinhas aí. Tá rodando mais de 60.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene.
E tá rodando mais de
There's the
60.
car. So where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Convite. Coisas que eu tô falando que eu ativei é isso aqui, ó. Modo Legacy do DLS. E pelo que tá falando é o modo Legacy do DLSS, alterna o DLSS para o modelo de IA legado e pode proporcionar uma leve melhoria de desempenho de GPUs RTX mais antigas. Mantenha o modo Legacy do DLS desligado para obter a melhor qualidade de imagem. Meu jogo tá no equilibrado. O resto tá tudo... Umas coisas aqui. Ó, não salvou essas merdinha. Eu abaixei isso aqui. Agora a gente tem um mapa aqui. Que vai ser o mapa que a gente vai olhar pra caralho durante a jogatina. Tem uns rádios aqui.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Wait. Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan.
federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
O quadro de casos é uma técnica mental que permite que Saga analise pistas e avance na investigação. Você agora pode explorar livremente o quadro de casos ou pressionar ESC para sair. Aqui tem uns... Fale com alguém. Entendi. A gente não tem nenhum caso. Objetivo, a cena de crime, contra... Tá. Aí.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Visitas ao lugar mental não pausam o jogo, então cuidado com ameaças nas proximidades.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Cara, eu aí, não é pra correr não.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Aqui tem um textinho. Esses textos eu meio que já li na primeira zerada, então não vou repetir eles. Só o que tiver num lugar mental.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Can I make it, Mulligan?
Mercado Cauldron Lake.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you. So, the FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Cassie já tá sem paciência.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence? The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about. Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
vítima.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Condiz com assassinatos anteriores. Homicídio como em casos anteriores, mas interrompido. Talvez encontre pistas novas desta vez. Vítima. Identidade da vítima, Robert Nightingale, ex-agente do FBI. Saúde mental questionável no momento do desaparecimento.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Did they plan for the murder to happen here? Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. I think that's everything. Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Assassinos. Mais de um agressor presente. Cena bagunçada, crime passional, premeditado ou espontâneo.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my
Antes de eu vou ler.
Piece it together.
Preciso conferir aqui. Premeditado ou espontâneo? O assassino não esperou vítima, levou equipamentos, o homicídio foi premeditado. Mas o que Nightingale estava fazendo aqui? Vamos conferir agora. Usando a intuição, Saga pode analisar o perfil de pessoas relevantes para descobrir pistas novas. Pessoa desaparecida.
He's been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Beleza. Não tem mais nada aqui. Não tem nada a dizer.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the...
A witch with no heart.
Tem um textinho.
Strange echo of Al murder.
Peraí.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
A vítima veio de muitos mistérios, não tem sentido, fazendo as perguntas erradas. E tem uma página no manuscrito, mais coisa do Nightingale.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Descobri tudo o que podia aqui. Preciso levar o corpo para ser examinado na cidade.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deer Fest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Muito obrigado.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Aí, vamos ver se tá funcionando o negocinho ali.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Vai logo. Casa do Lago.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Is
Lancheira.
Kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
Estamos juntos nessa figura heróica. Em um dia heróico. Aqui, ó.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message?
Cauldron Lake. Vamos voltar para os... para esse daqui. Você pode usar os fragmentos do manuscrito para aprimorar armas no lugar mental. Tem um bug que tu aperta espaço, tu desce aquilo dali. Tô testando se não dá ghost.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Que cidade bela.
The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hello.
Vou só pegar umas coisinhas antes. Primeira caixa.
Should be allowed at this year's bake sale. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Main Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky.
Temer a escuridão, temer o bosque.
An eventful day here. Shopping town. I'm sure you're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them?
Ah, não deu nada.
Deerfest is right around the corner, and we're all crossing our fingers for sunshine. So I reached out to our
Welcome back, Anderson.
Eita, corre, Nietzsche.
Just how much?
Conversa novas escolhas. Cadê o homem?
Hi there.
Ah, tá ali.
This is Charlie. Hi.
Oh dear. Cute.
Good afternoon. Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time.
We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims?
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here I was down at the lake getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Opa, errei o botão.
You say it was a cult.
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
O que tá aprontando, mulher?
We're dealing with an organized group. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Caso encerrado. Vai.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down. Sure.
As caixas da seita aqui.
These stashes could contain clues about the cult. Better keep an eye out for more.
E essa daqui é a primeira em Bright Falls. Tá faltando mais um aqui. Mas o principal esse aqui não completou, né? Assim nos anteriores. Caso encerrado. Eita da árvore.
The cult of the tree. What aren't the bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with the murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing deer fest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do.
And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl? She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember. How do you know I have a daughter? Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time. No. You're mistaking me for someone else. If you say so.
Símbolos da seita.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
I'll be right with you, sir.
Yep. Just here to pay my ticket. Whenever you're ready to take my money. No speeding happening here, I see.
Aqui só fala asneiras. Nada muito importante. Também não tem nada muito importante.
Agent? As you know, the investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. You've only had a tour guide, also. Spare season. Oh no.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
Did somebody call for a tour?
Oh, carai. Para espaço rápido, 1.
Unforgettable tour experience.
Espaço rápido.
That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskalaboti's best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine, and I'm here to give you
Kit de cura. Eu vou deixar aqui pra baixo. Munição eu vou deixar aqui no lado.
and restricted access to many local nature.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
Bastante munição.
I can't get through this. Okay. Let's take a look at outpatient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
Aqui é um lugar que tá fechado também.
What was the cause of death? There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest.
Causa da morte. Peito aberto, algo visível dentro. Hematomas, ferimentos defensivos da vítima. Texto borrado sobre a pele da vítima. Aqui. Escrita ritual. Inchaço.
Chest wound is cause of death. But the corpse is bloated. Waterlogged.
Traumatismo no tórax é claramente a causa da morte. Algo foi inserido. Palavras ilegíveis no coração.
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Tatuagens no corpo e no coração. Como os assassinos tiveram tempo, não faz sentido. Causa do inchaço desconhecido. Tatuagens estranhas na pele e no coração. Uma página colocada na cavidade torácica.
Same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait!
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
Já era.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
Tá porra. Tente ficar na luz para os inimigos não detectarem você. Ah, tá. Legal.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
Refúgios, tá. Isso aí eu fiquei ligado. Isso aí, vai pra trás, amigão.
Vanished.
Agora essa bela música. Nossa. Com vontade de ficar assim, ó, só escutando a música.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose. A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
A Nightingale foi. Não sei. Tá, isso aqui é o que ele leu. A seita da árvore está realizando rituais para criar monstros. Ritual da seita. O que é? Corpo órgão da vítima cobertos de escrita, página encontradas dentro do peito.
Oh.
Vamos ver. Aqui. Parte escrita do ritual. Uma página foi colocada dentro do tórax de Nightingale. Nightingale foi a única vítima que se tornou um monstro. Não, não é aqui. É aqui. Vítima do homicídio da seita se tornou um monstro. Caralho, então é aqui. Ô, porra. E não tá acertando. Quanto é isto? Vamos ver a página do manuscrito.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Saga tinha que ir atrás de Nightingale dentro da justa posição. Seria difícil achar uma entrada. Saga estava de volta em Cauldron Lake, possuído uma criatura da escuridão.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Ah, então.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
Eles abrindo as portas assim é meio suspeito. Pior que não dá a entender que eles fazem parte da... Quer dizer, eles fazem parte da seita, mas tipo, no início assim não dá a entender isso.
That's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real. What do you mean?
They're a fine pair.
Hey, how you doing?
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
It won't open.
Aqui é sobre o papel higiênico. Aqui também. Quem é que rouba papel higiênico numa delegacia?
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
Smart choice, Anderson.
E parece um turista.
Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case? Whoever you can spare. ASAP.
This is the same symbol as that cult necklace.
Not exactly hiding in the shadows, are they? Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
O homem tá correndo. Calma, homem. Mais símbolos. Qual pode ser usado para viajar de um lugar para o outro?
Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Ha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Ah, já tem uma van aí. O coração.
The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Ui, que belo pôr do sol.
Cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Umas partes aqui alagaram mais.
I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is.
Pois então. Tem mais símbolos da seita. Os símbolos pela seita parece quase comercial, como uma marca. Só mais 2 símbolos.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
Saga bent down to inspect the body on the table. Somehow it felt familiar. The straps, the heart, the mutilated corpse laying on the rain-soaked wood. Like deja vu. She chased the source of the feeling. Found nothing. None of the victims from her past cases resembled this one. It didn't feel like anything from her past. More like something from a dream. From a life she could barely remember. Maybe one that wasn't even hers. Then the feeling passed. Like a shadow in the trees shifting with the wind. Saga blinked, shook the feeling from her head. She turned her focus back on the work. There was a lot to do. Casing the deputy were watching her. She had a feeling this would be an exciting case.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd you go from here?
Ai, caralho.
I feel something. A presence.
Não tá tentando lembrar se era aqui já.
Nightingale isn't far.
É um cagaço.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle?
Nightingale atravessou a árvore e entrou em outro lugar.
What is that? These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap. Is Witch's Ladle the doorway into the overlap? If so, that's where I'll find Nightingale.
A Nightingale está dentro de uma justa posição. A árvore de Witch's é um portal ritual necessário. Witch Hut. Uma luz intensa nada machucaria aqui. Havia objetos que chamavam a atenção de Saga, como se a luz os tivesse manifestado. O fusível estava instalado, ela havia achado no meio das tralhas na floresta.
Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well.
Luzes intensas oferecem proteção, ficar de olho em mais lugares como esse.
I need to find the witch's hut.
Tá tudo coberto de água. Caindo umas pedras.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
This fuse is busted. lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Sei que as coisas podem ter... Carai. Sei que as coisas podem ficar um pouco malucas por aqui, mas se você sentir medo, lembre-se apenas de que Alan está tomando conta de nós. Cauldron Lake. A gente tá... Onde é aqui? Aqui tem uma lancheira, né? Vou até marcar já a lancheira. Ah, tem aquelas escritas. Tem que tá o fusível.
Looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
Compreensível, eu sei que dá pra acessar o mapa. Página do manuscrito, ok. Aqui já apareceu as armas tudo.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
Mas aqui eu nunca completei essa parte aqui.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual.
Witchslade, imenso diante de Saga de olho nela, e na bruxa o coração de Nightingale, uma massa morta e fria em sua mão.
Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now?
Ela forçou os olhos para ler a linha borrada no coração. A segunda parte é citada de cor. Eu te trouxe o coração, bruxa, me mostre o terror.
To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
Ritual dar coração pra bruxa, recitar as palavras da bruxa, a placa de Witchslade. Cadê o coração? Palavras ilegíveis. Cadê o coração? Tá. Vamos ver agora. Coração.
To get to the overlap. Where is it?
The cultist leaned close. He was there, but he was risen. Nightingale was there. The opposite of sunspots. Who said that?
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Coração, cadê?
Where is it?
While they played cards in the general store, the witch had stolen his heart. Get out of my house.
Nightingale's heart is at the general store, in a fridge.
O coração está em algum lugar do mercado.
I need to check the general store for the heart. Casey, I'm headed to the general store. I think I know how to get into the overlap.
Roger that. I followed some ATV tracks in the woods and
Eu vou precisar disso aqui.
Did you get lost?
I've only been lost once in my life, Anderson. The years I spent with my ex-wife. I'll find my way back, don't you worry about it.
Pingente. Salva da morte, mas quebra no processo. Acrescenta uma carga de lanterna. Seria interessante. Chance de atordoar os inimigos a intensificar a lanterna. Aumenta a resistência contra desequilíbrio e interrupção. Aumenta o dano causado quando estiver com saúde baixa. Aumenta a eficácia de analgésicos e curativos. Seria interessante. Aumenta a quantidade de recursos encontrados. Por enquanto não. Os ataques de desequilíbrio não. Aumenta a saúde máxima. Seria interessante. Tá, isso daqui.
Nightingale mentioned the general store. I need to check it out.
Aumenta muito o tempo dos escudos. Aumenta a quantidade máxima de saúde restaurada nos refúgios. Tá bem bom. Aqui por enquanto eu não vou usar. Tô bem. É isso. Passo rápido aqui. Eu não sei porque eu peguei o cano. Daqui eu não preciso muito, não. Vou deixar aqui. E as munições eu deixo nessa parte aqui, ó, esse quadradinho. Não, esse aqui a gente vai encontrar mais pra frente, tá ótimo. Tá vendo? Aí. Tem outro manuscrito aqui.
The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light and the shadow cast. The third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone.
Agora eu fico me perguntando qual é a diferença entre o do cano cerrado aqui, né? Deixa eu ver. Movimento fluido. Aumenta a velocidade de recarga. Tá? Causa mais dano em inimigos atordoados, cegos ou derrubados. Mate o inimigo para recuperar saúde. A quantidade de saúde recuperada depende da força do inimigo. E essa shotgun aqui. Fique imóvel e mire com cuidado em um alvo para reduzir drasticamente o coice, minimizar a dispersão de balins e causar mais dano. Ande mais rápido ao mirar. Segure o botão de atirar para ativar um modo de disparo automático. Isso aumenta consideravelmente a cadência do tiro. O outro em questões assim, vamos dizer, é melhor, né? Então, não sei. Salvar rápido aqui. Textinho. Não sei se eu tô um pouquinho mais lento, parece, né? Essa nova atualização do NVIDIA Broadcast deixou muito a desejar. Primeira vez eu tomei um cagaço. Aí, quanto mais paradinho ficar,
A monster, like Nightingale.
melhor é a precisão das balas. Eu tomei um lapaço de burro também, né? Se desviar.
Saga edged toward the broken door, her gun ready, flashlight aimed ahead. Nightingale said it would be here. The Cauldron Lake General Store was overgrown, left to rot. Saga thought about the cult of the tree. They'd been here, waiting, planning a gruesome ritual murder. Meanwhile, they played cards in the general store, like it was just another late-night poker game. Saga stepped closer to the door. Had the animal broken it? There was a loud crash. Saga found herself face to face with a cultist, a hulking figure in a raincoat. We watch in the night, wild eyes behind a plastic deer mask, an axe in his raised hand.
Porra. Não é medinho.
The text on the heart is clearer now.
A onda quebrou. A onda quebrou do outro lado do espelho.
Sounds literary. But what does it mean?
As palavras, a onda quebrou do outro lado do espelho, eu te trouxe o coração, um bruxo me mostra o terror.
I feel like I recognize this. The fridge. The heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Coceira no nariz.
And now I need to give the heart to the witch. Makes total sense.
Textinho.
Casey, there are cultists in the area. They're taken, like Nightingale. Watch yourself out there.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. I'm still finding my way back.
You have the worst sense of direction.
Any city in America I can get through drunk and blindfolded. It's these damn trees.
Okay. I'm en route to Witch's Ladle. I need to perform a ritual to open the overlap. This case just keeps getting weirder. But it is exciting.
Vai, cai.
Fucking monsters.
E também caiu o corpinho dele. Não, né?
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
É agora.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap. Are you still on your way?
Onde tá a rinite?
Casey! Casey, do you read me? Logan?
Logan! Where are you?
What the fuck was that? Logan's back in Virginia. You're imagining things. What was that? Wait. Did I get turned around? No, this is right. This place is looping. Like a nightmare.
The writer went into the lake, banished the dark presence. Taken still lurked in the woods. The dark place receded. The current pulled back those with darkness inside, into the lake. Nightingale was there, one of them. The dark presence, Jagger had taken him. The witch had stolen his heart. They sank beneath the waves. The dark place, wandering in the shadows, muttering to themselves. It's dark. I'm lost. Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember. It's cold. Premium cabins for rent in Bright Falls. Who said that? Can you hear me? I need help. Please. Stop this. What did I do? You must dig it out. Their shape shifted. Echoes of the writer's dreams. Fading in, fading out. The next story and the story after that. The writer was writing again.
Ai, puta testão. Não tem nem mais nada.
He's here. Nightingale.
Huh. Meu amigo. Que merda é isso aqui? Agora eu mesmo entrei na enrascada. Aí. Só tirão de 12 na boca.
Who is that? It's like they're coming in over a bad signal. Nightingale's badge.
Opa.
Now.
Deixa. Ah, para com isso. O cara não parar de pegar a saga, mano. Com toda calma.
Who are you? What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
How to escape. In danger. The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey!
Ele com a roupinha clássica que eu botei.
Are you okay?
No! It's my fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Fim do capítulo. Nossa, outra música gostosa que eu vou ter que pular.
Anders, where did you go? All of a sudden the radio stopped working and then that flooding just disappeared. The crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Alex Casey? How? Am I still... Is this the dark place? No, it can't be. I got out.
Yeah, the PI from your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on.
Should look around. With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there. The flooding disappeared very suddenly. I wonder if there's any connection to the overlap. To Nightingale.
Cadê uma página aqui? Justaposição.
The influence of the dark place flowed like water flowed, like fear flowed, down the path of least resistance, eroding the weak spots until they cracked. In places where reality was more yielding, where story told and retold, imagination sparked and fear ignited again and again, had softened the walls of reality. Sites of violence and tragedy, where truth was laced with fiction, where a work of art proposed an alternative narrative, something people could suspect to be true, something people felt strongly about, something they feared. The stronger the connection between the belief and emotional response, the better. The darker, the better. A ghost of a witch ripping a man's heart from his chest. Two brothers murdering the neighbors and hiding their bodies in a well. A young woman haunting the flooded bunker where she drowned. Bedtime stories, folktales, urban legends connected to a specific place. These were the sites where the overlaps came to be.
Pois então.
A creepy twig sculpture?
Antes de subir, vou investigar essa parte aqui, essa área. Um pouquinho aqui não fica impedindo ela de...
Box. Is that the cult of the tree symbol on it?
Eu não decorei. Ah, deu certo.
Notes and ammo. Looks like they're tools of the trade. The cult doesn't see their victims as people.
Lembre-se, eles se parecem conosco, mas não são como nós. São como animais e nossa função é caçá-los e estripá-los. Carai. Pra que isso? O coração estava em um freezer no mercado abandonado. Quem colocou lá? Caso encerrado.
Goes missing for 13 years, shows up murdered, and then turns into a monster. After I stop Nightingale, a rider who's also been missing for 13 years turns up. What's the connection? What kind of case is this?
Fita da árvore, símbolos. Ainda não fechou, falta um ainda. Bilhete para lembrar aceita que as vítimas são como animais.
Yeah.
Nightingale falava em trechos da página. Não. Aí. Caixas aceita. Aldrin Lake. Por enquanto é só. Tem mais uma página aqui.
He'd been on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised. Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you. I'll find you. I'll make you pay. You're in over your head. He descended into the tunnels, from the Dark City, into the ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station. Something, a presence, rumbled. Not a train. Shadows shifted on the platform. The writer's cult waited for him there. The cult of the word. Occultists lean close. I carry his words close to my chest now. You're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise. He'd be caught, murdered. They got him. They didn't get him. He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen. Sent to find the light switch up from the lake that was not the lake.
Medinho. As luzes eu vou deixar tudo aqui, as coisinhas voltadas à luz. Isso vai ser tudo munição. Capaz que não ia ter esse bosta aí. Tem que seguir pra lá. Mas que ele não me acompanha, tá tudo ok. Dá pra ver as coisas daqui? Dá pra ver. Ai, coceira. Ixi, amanheceu? Ou só lá embaixo que tá de noite? Barulho dos diabos. Aqui tem um textinho. E agora eu não sei pra que serve aquilo dali. Não tenho a mínima ideia. Ah, eu vou passar pra avisar antes aqui de chegar no carro. Amanhã de manhã eu não vou fazer live do GTA Vice City. Daí de tarde eu vou fazer live do Tomb Raider. Do 1, 2 e 3 lá, Remaster. E de noite o Alan Wake. Aí depois a gente continua quarta-feira. Quarta-feira não, quinta-feira o GTA Vice City. Já tá na reta final de terminar ele.
You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Don't worry, hun. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Jesus, David. Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well, if you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now. Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare. It doesn't make sense.
É bom se desse pra usar essa roupinha que ele tá usando aí na interrogação. Roupinha clássica.
Thank you. Welcome. Well, we have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake, one of my all-time favorite writers and guests on the show. He's here to talk about his latest book. And as usual, our houseband,
Tarde da noite.
I'm a talk show tonight. Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids. Had I already done the show? Was that a recording?
Bom, pessoal, eu vou encerrar a live por aqui. Muito obrigado quem assistiu a live até o final e uma boa noite. Falou!